You know that feeling when someone tells you that you are not good enough, and for a moment you actually believe them? Well, I was told that my body wasn't the right shape, that my feet were rolled in too much, and that my hips weren't turned out enough, and that I looked too much like a show dancer, as if that was a bad thing. And for a second, I almost let that dream die. I almost threw it in the garbage. But something inside of me said, no, you do not get to decide how far I can go. My passion was burning too strong. And ever since I was little, I had one dream, and that was to dance, to feel alive on stage, to tell stories through movement. So naturally, I wanted to get into the University of Dance, the big one, 4 years of performing arts training, the diploma, the official stamp of approval. But when I auditioned, they picked my body apart like a checklist of flaws. To this, not enough that. And the final verdict was no. And not once, but multiple times. Every audition ended in the same way. And I remember standing outside those studios with tears in my eyes thinking, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not built for this. But the passion doesn't care about permission. So I kept going. And I started auditioning for musical theaters and shows, even though I was competing against the graduates who had that golden diploma. And trust me, my heart was racing. My hands were shaking, and I would compare myself to every other dancer in that room. Their legs higher, their spins cleaner, their memory sharper. But I did give it everything that I had. I gave it my energy, my emotion, my presence. And one day, I remember I got that call. And I was 20 years old. I was living with my mom in our apartment after her divorce. I had a small bedroom. And the voice said, you have been selected. We start next month. And I dropped the phone. And I screamed and cried and I jumped up and down, so happy. Because I was chosen one out of the 25 in a group of the best of the country who made it. So a few weeks later, I asked the team and the choreographer, like why me? And she said something that changed everything. Because we could see you. Even from the back of the theater, your energy reached us. And that was my quantum moment, the realization that you don't get chosen just for your technique. You get chosen for your presence. And years later, I auditioned again for another company, that same theater. Had the same fear and the same excitement. And this time it included tap dancing. And honestly, I was faking half of it. And next to me stood a friend who had trained for years. And she nailed it. I didn't completely. But guess what? They hired me again. And so my friend asked, why? And they told her, well, she moves hearts, not just feet. And for a long time, I thought that not having that diploma made me less. That I had to prove my worth twice as hard. But what I've learned is that what moves people isn't perfection. It's authenticity. It's that raw, alive, unfiltered energy that comes from fully being you. So if you have ever been told that you are not good enough, not trained enough, not qualified enough, not ready enough, and maybe these are your own beliefs, your own thoughts, then remember this, that your energy is your signature. Your passion, your drive, your resilience, that is what opens doors that credentials never could. This was my Cinderella story with a twist. And it's a story where magic wasn't in the fairy godmother, but in the fire that refused to go out inside of me. And if this message touched you, then please let me know. Reach out and let's rewrite these fairy tales together. I want to hear from you. Thank you.